Good morning. Welcome to SSO Coaching 76. Today, we are going to talk about the 4 R's series, and I'll get to what the 4 R's are. So, in the gym that I belong to, that I'm a member of, hang on a second. Okay, there we go. The gym that I'm a member of, there's a saying on the wall. It resonated with me from the moment I joined the gym, which was when the gym was literally built. We actually had to wait for a few months for it to open up before we could actually start going because they were still in the process of building it. Okay, so on the wall, there are 4 words. It says resolve, rebuild, reward, repeat. Simple words, but powerful meanings. Resolve. We're going to start with that one. Tomorrow we'll go into rebuild. You get the point, 4 days, 4 words. Resolve. It all begins with a simple decision, with you resolving to do what's necessary to live the life you want. So let's talk about that for a second. Resolving to do what's necessary. What is actually necessary in life? Well, making money, finding love, getting healthy. I have resolved to do what I needed to do when I found out that at the age of 47, that my A1C was at 10.2. Yeah, that was scary. I had a moment of realization when the doctor told me that. Wow. Life is going to change pretty freaking quickly. I resolved to myself that I can no longer sit on my ass on the couch and watch stupid shit on YouTube or just, watch movies, not be productive. I resolved that I cannot just sit there sipping on my endless glasses of wine. I resolved to the fact that I was letting that dictate how I was going to live my life. But then I resolved to do something about it. See how I turned that around? And that resolve that I want to talk about is completely different than resolving to the fact that you have a problem. Resolving to the fact that you are just sitting there, resolving to do whatever you're going to do. When we are faced with challenges and hardships is when we usually make that decision that can change our life. That day, I actually changed my life. There was alcoholism involved, and even though I told myself I can walk away at any time, I don't need a drink. I never need a drink. I just wanted a drink. But did I truly believe that? Because, past practice, it showed that I always had a glass of wine in my hand. Well, that 10.2 A1C was the reality check and the smack to the chops that I guess I needed. I walked away from the wine. I walked away from the alcohol. The interesting thing, and I think this was because of that resolve, is I didn't go through a detox. I didn't get the shakes. I had nothing. I literally did not need that drink. And then I found after a week or two that I really did not miss it at all. It was a mindset. I changed my mindset. I resolved to the fact that I was going to change my mindset. So whenever I was drinking, I had a mindset that I needed that drink or that I wanted that drink. But whenever I resolved to change my mindset that I did not need it, guess what? My body responded. My brain responded. And it said, okay, we don't need this. Never needed it. And we're not going to do anything but get better. The most interesting part of my journey was that I resolved to the fact that I needed to stop being a member donor to my gym and get back in there. So even though those 4 words resonated with me, I made excuse after excuse after excuse to not actually go there because I resolved to the fact that I didn't want to. But in order for me to do that, to change and to get back into the gym and not just be a member donor, I must work out in the mornings because I flat out refuse to do it in the evenings. And there is not a damn bit of resolve that is going to change my mind on that. I don't want to. I literally do not want to work out in the evenings. I cannot stand going to the gym at freaking 5:30 in the evening because it is nothing but assholes and elbows. And you can't get on any machines. So I resolved to the fact that if I'm going to work out, if I'm going to get healthier, I absolutely must go to the gym in the morning. Well, unfortunately, in the mornings, I have a lot of things to do. 1, I cook breakfast. For 2, I do this podcast. I also write the blog. I mean, I don't use AI to write my blog. I actually write my blog and then I actually do my podcast based off of my blog. You can find the blog on LinkedIn. But the whole point is that if in order for me to work out, I have to get up extremely early. I get up at 03:17 every single morning. Yeah, I know. It's weird. 3:03:17. And it's because it's not 3 o'clock and it's not 3:30 and it's not 3:15, which are normal times throughout a day. It's 3:17. It's odd. It's different. And it makes me get up. I am at the gym by 3:45, 4 o'clock at the absolute latest. I get up in the morning. I chug my water. Excuse me. I have like basically a large, I think it's like 16-ounce bottle of water in the morning. And then about 20 minutes later, I actually have my coffee and I leave the house to go to the gym. There's been a few times that I wanted a glass of wine over this last year because I stopped drinking last March in 2023. But I get home at around 17:45 and then I eat dinner. And then I go to bed by 2000. And I found out that I just didn't have the time for that glass of wine because I am upstairs at 19:30 and I am lights out by 2000 because I'm a sleeper. I'm sorry, I am not a morning person. I absolutely need sleep. I am not like, oh, I could survive on 4 hours of sleep. No, I will be a miserable bitch on 4 hours of sleep and I cannot function. I need at least 7 hours. I am just that kind of person. I understand that. So all of these people that say you need to sleep less and do more, well, you know what? You can kiss my ass. I need my sleep. So 7 hours at least. So like I said, 19:30 I'm upstairs, 2000 I am actually lights out. So that way I can get up at 03:17 in the morning and I can actually go to the gym. But I found that I didn't want to drink because it was like, okay, well, whenever I get home, I'm going to have a glass of wine. And then I sit down and I eat. And then I go upstairs and, I reset to factory settings, take off the face and everything like that. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to have a glass of wine whenever I go downstairs. And then I get downstairs and I look at the clock and it's already like 20 after 6 or 20 after, 18:20. 20 after 6 for people that aren't in transportation. Sorry, I just realized I was speaking in military terms. 20 after 6. And it's like, well, I don't have the time to drink a glass of wine because it takes me longer than an hour to drink a glass of wine because I like to sip my wine and I like to enjoy my wine. So then it's like, well, I just don't have the time. And then it's like, oh, I don't even want it. I resolved myself to the fact that I don't want to. And so because of that, my mindset changed and I look at it differently now. I don't find the time to fit it in because I don't allow myself to. And I did that by switching my mindset, by having that resolve that I needed to get healthier and be healthier and feel better. But I also found that I actually did feel better. That's the big point here. I was seeing the weight loss. I could see the difference in my body. But more, I was feeling the weight loss. Now, I've had 4 knee surgeries in my life. I just have bad knees. It's just, something that, the gods decided to gift me with. And I've been dealing with it for my entire life. But I noticed that when I lost all the weight, my knees don't hurt as bad as they used to. So I could feel that weight loss. And I don't care who in the hell you are when you say that being fat is beautiful and that it's great. I'm sorry, but fat hurts. It actually hurts. My skin actually hurt when I was fat. So no, fat is not cool. Fat hurts. And I'm not fat shaming anybody. I was fat. But I can tell you I feel a hell of a lot better now than I did then. And that's the freaking reality of it. Fat actually hurts. So I was feeling the weight loss as well as seeing the weight loss. I was sleeping better. My husband said I used to snore really bad, and it was the alcohol, because once I stopped drinking, I stopped snoring. And I would wake up and my throat didn't feel like I ate a freaking pillow in the middle of the night and go, you're trying to freaking, cough that freaking cotton ball out. I just felt better because my quality of sleep was better. My energy levels were better. I was actually able to get up at 3:17 in the morning and not make a goddamn excuse to get up and go to the damn gym. I could do that because I felt better. That's the point. I felt better. I resolved that I needed to keep going, and I needed to keep that going. When we're faced with hardship, we will make a decision. When we resolve to the fact that a change is needed, we will make a decision. You have to change your mindset. You have to find that resolve. We got this. 100% we got this. We can do this. And we will resolve to make ourselves better. See your strength, recognize your significance, and embrace your opportunity. Because once you actually see your strength and you recognize that significance that's within you again, opportunity will be there. And then you can embrace it. I am your host, Kathleen DiPrizio. If you're looking for coaching, reach out. SSOcoaching76@gmail.com. I'm here to talk. And you guys, have a great day.